Party people, back with the 16 experience. We're literally picking up right where we left off. As you can see, here's the save file. For those who don't remember, it's been 5 years since we last saw Clive, technically, and we have gained the remove skills. So we have that, we have Garuda, we have Phoenix, and technically we have Ifrit. Ifrit is literally 3 skills. It's Limit Break, Ignition, and Will o' the Wikes. Will o' the Wikes is decent because the circles damage nearby targets as well as absorb some damage, so it's a good defensive skill. I am using Ignition. It's already been, and I've also upgraded it. Ignition is the charge forward skill, as you can see. And then I'm also using Phoenix Shift, which, well, actually, I'm automatically using Phoenix Shift. I don't know what I'm talking about. What skill am I using? Oh, I'm not, am I? I don't remember what I'm using. Anyway, it's gonna be over here. I have Ignition, and then I have Flames of Rebirth, which is the Phoenix ultimate. Does decent damage as well as heals me some. Garuda, I'm using Gouge, and her ultimate, which is Aerial Blast. For remove, I'm using Pile Drive and Thunderstorm. Those are just the basic skills that he comes with. We may get Judgment Bolt. It just depends because both of the starting remove skills are pretty good. So Thunderstorm targets only one person, but it does decent damage. And Pile Drive is a decent, like, get the hell away from me AoE type thing, so that might be good. Judgment Bolt is also single target. So it just kind of depends. We might swap Thunderstorm out for Judgment Bolt. It just depends. Because we already have 2 skills attached that are really high cooldown. So it just kind of depends. We may drop Aerial Blast and pull this, and then we'll just switch back over to Wicked Wheel. We could even do Rook's Gambit. It just depends on how we set things up. As of right now, our gear is Coral Sword, Median Cross, Median Bonds, the Favor of Wind, which increases the damage of Gouge by 15%. Scholar's Spectacles increases XP by 10%. This is something you will only have if you have the Deluxe Edition. And the Favor of the Inferno Ignition increases ignition damage by 12%. That is what we're rocking right now, and we're making it work. So we just got to the new hideaway. As you remember, Titan destroyed the last one. Sid is also gone. We are now Sid, quote unquote. So, and you can see the bottom of the cloak. It's been 5 years. There's some damage down there. So we're gonna make this work. Jill's still with us. Torgal's obviously still with us. We're gonna see who all survived what happened when Titan destroyed the previous hideaway. So we're on a old downed like airship looking thing. So this is the new hideaway in the middle of some lake, ocean, whatever. We're just making things work out here. That's gonna be the hunt board. Anyway, Otto.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. And not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Who is that? Vivian?
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then.
Lessons with what?
Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely
Hello.
no one's surprise, she finds
Welcome.
herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern storm has endured, recent days have seen the blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
And how may I assist you today? How may I help you today?
State of the realm. By speaking with Vivian in the Hideaway's map room, Clive can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current goings on in Valisthea. Revisit any of the Ninetales' past lessons, or take deeper look into the relationships of those individuals in Clive's orbit. The Grand Cast situation map.
Here's the latest information I have.
Here you can view detailed visualization of character relationships in Final Fantasy XVI. That updates as you progress through the main scenario. Use L1R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventure. Believed dead. Puppy. Is that his dad? Yep, deceased. Ambrosia, his chocobo. Mysterious stranger. Hideaway leader. Okay, so I get it. I get how it goes. Garuda's dumb. Dominant of fire. King of Waloed. Fine Hound. Shiva's dominant. Ramuh's dominant. Titan, Garuda. She's still listed as former Duchess. Bahamut's dominant. Garuda deceased. Dominant of Ifrit. Still considered dominant of fire. What's this? Martha. Oh, Hannah. Cease. Mysterious being, aka Ultima. We discovered his name. Dominant of the Phoenix, Joshua Rothschild.
Study it well, Clive.
Here you can view a detailed overview of the current and past events relevant to Clive's story that updates as you progress through the main scenario. Use L1, R1 to go through the mouse. He's 8-bit.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
I'm gonna go visit Tomes.
Look, it's Sid.
Staying on this time?
I don't know. Perhaps I should just have Blackthorn make me in.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Fine purse weighing you down.
Here we go. Chandler's Whispers. Automatically charges magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. Accessory effect will not trigger unless the ability charged magic is learned. Crimson Tassels increases limit break generation amount by 3% when dealing damage. Cobalt Tassels increases limit break generation amount by 6% when taking damage. Breath of Fire Heat Wave, we already knew about that one. Golden Testament increased guild earned by 35%. Of Fortune and Heavens increases XP gained earned by 15%, and Wages of Warcraft ability points earned by 20%. We're gonna be buying that one. We can do that one too. Get another 15% XPs. I'm not really worried about cash too much.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I'm not robbing you. I'm paying you.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Have we any more
Suppose I found this in a treasure coffer. We're gonna drop the one for gouge, and we're gonna put the ability point one on. I'm assuming all that I've learned is the stage replay stuff, right? Yep. Cool. Tummies! Where you at, Tummies? Excuse me. Tummies!
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same, but alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head, but without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day.
Good day, Clive.
Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Demi, what are you doing? Can you go outside?
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Talia changed her hair.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the tavern.
Before we go to that, let's figure out what this is. A wall of memories. The oath. That's all I got. Created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Cid, this crystal shard, transfixed with the twin daggers, is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. That's the only one we have so far, I guess. So. Reading table. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing. I reckon I'll see you're done to wear upon my return.
Might on.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
and every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
Whatever happened to Joshua?
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion.
Phoenix Feather.
I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
No, he won't, because he put it inside himself. He sealed it.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
Joshua. Meanwhile, the Northern Territories.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
Not Martha. But Clive, you should rest first. A gathering storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Hey girl, I only see one bed. I'm just saying. Where is the blacksmith? If I wanted the blacksmith, I definitely went the wrong way. Hey, look, chest. Goblin coin, black blood, 6 pinches of magic ash. Guess I didn't go the wrong way. Left. There he is. What you got for me, Hoss?
Clive.
5.
So, what'd it be?
11 bolts. Look at that thing. He's ready to kill somebody. It looks like fucking awesome too. Double checking everything, make sure nothing's better. Hell yeah, we gonna craft 11 bolt.
No scratches, right?
An honor?
And
Let's see. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at that thing. Look at it. I know there's a sheath in the way, but still. Signs over here. Just a bunch of other stuff. Bunch of other stuffs. Everybody dance now. Bam, 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 bam. Let's get some pie. Mr. Mugo. I can tell this is the hunt board. Look, there's bounties all over it, Mr. Mugo. This new board is behind me, aren't you? All in good time, my fearless friend. All in good time. He's gonna tell me.
What do we know, Otto?
That's when the free roaming really
Some
comes into
lads
play.
from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Hey, be nice to both of you. More about the state of the realm stuff later. Side quest. Wasn't there a dude that told me like what side quests were where? Is this her now technically?
Ah, my favorite pupil. What is it that you wish to learn? Here you are. Thus ends today's lesson.
It's not. We're gonna go grab that side quest on the way out.
Finish with that log.
Welcome back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it.
Right, exactly. I think of the
Well,
same
unless
thing.
you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tet does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so. Assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Gotta go here first. I hate ads. Oh, tips. I guess there's no fall damage.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth.
Farewell.
Mortal blow. Enemy slain. I got 24 AP, and that's with my bonus ability, or my bonus from the item. 26. Pitcher wax. Key item. Sharp fang. I think that.
I can't imagine Obolus needing any more than this. Time to head home.
To the hideaway, bum 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 bum, hideaway, bum 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 bum, hideaway. Ping ping ping.
Finish with that long, so we said.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh! Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Quest complete. What is that? At the bottom. Badge of Might +1 increases attack by 12. What's that other thing? So that popped up, huh? Huh? You're not going to tell me?
What happened here?
Come on. We need to... The others?
Fucking best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
I don't know what that green one is for, and it doesn't tell me.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It
was a message, she says.
It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
I was about to say, where's Torgo at? There he is. There's my Google. My Torgo. Moving.
If those horses touch
Shit. Burn, vicious burn skin.
Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Targeting that one. Target the one that's right in front of you. I'm definitely picking up more AP as we go, which is nice. Let's see now. See here now. I really don't think there's a point in mastering them then. Upgrading it increases number of strikes, and then mastering it allows assignment to any icon. But I don't know. Increase some of my other stuff. Spiders!
Farewell!
That charges fairly quickly, which is good.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No, it's going to be a bloody massacre inside. Yep.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Enemies slain. 20. Only 20. We're getting more as we go, but...
Is that all of them?
I think so.
How did you get back here? Go. Go on. What is the green thing down there? Rest of the wind gauge cooldown time reduced by 3 seconds. Oh, hey.
I didn't see the abbot.
Alistair, stop it.
He may still be alive.
No, he's not. We're gonna find him in the bushes somewhere.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid, where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
What's the green thing for? To go all the way around. Is that a... That is... The beady eye. An airman! Rank C. It's a bounty. Here we go. Notorious marks. Every now and then, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While flight is always an option, defeating these notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that may be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items. Oh, 25.
Or What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. Doom? Oh crap, he hit Doom. He hit me with Doom. I don't know what's gonna happen. This airman's pissing me off, bro.
Let's try. We can win! Nice try. We can win!
Thunderstorm. Notorious Mark slain. He was actually kind of a bitch. Can't lie. So that's, I guess that's renown, is what it is. 35 ability points, 5 grand, 10 points, meteorite, magic dash. None of these are rare items. Anyway.
You didn't see that coming.
Bish.
That must be the bridge.
He thought he could take me. He done found out that he was wrong.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
not gonna walk all over there. We are going to travel. Because that's what fast traveling's for.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
Unpicking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
So now my quests are going to give renown as well, looks like. We're going to find out what that's used for here soon, I suppose. Side quest. That's a weird side quest. It's a plus. What is that? It's the Chocobo Stables guy, though. Does that mean I'm getting
Oi! You there! Don't check! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Oh, noble
chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travelers around these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now, they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Yeah. Give me just a second, guys. I think my dog needs... Alrighty.
The road to us locals. And don't worry. You'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way.
Dead bandits.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Make it easier. I'm not gonna kill them, but it'll do quite a bit still. I hit dodge. I needed that. Got him.
You're safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia.
It's Ambrosia.
It is you. You survived. found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
She got an eye patch.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
He put saddles on all of them. Where's Comfy? Chocobo unlocked. It's gonna give me a tutorial on how to use it. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his fateful steed. Hold R3 while in the field to summon Ambrosia, and X to mount the Chocobo.
Good girl.
When you ride alone, ride Ambrosia. Definitely faster than walking. She can kick. Like no damage. I think it's more or less just like start the fight, create some space as needed or something. How far I'll let me take it into the village.
I can walk from here.
I can walk from here. To like the edge of a village is where it lets me go.
Where's Gav?
I hear there's trouble.
Did I find like another orchestrion that I'm not aware of? No, I didn't. Gav is drunk.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Oh, there's the dude. And it's showing me the beast board. Following hideaway facilities are now available. Alliant reports the Patron's Whisper and the Hunt Board. All three are located near Otto and the Mess.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
So, let's go this way.
Think it's alright to touch him?
Should be the Chocobo saddle, I believe. Yep, Ambrosia's tack. Reading. A bird by any other name. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm glad to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing the exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Now we're gonna go here. I'm not gonna worry about the state of the realm. I mean, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of reason to worry about that right now. I'm not going to worry about that right now. The main thing I want is the hunt board. Yeah, the main thing I want is the hunt board and the Patron's Whisper.
So Mather's all right.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go.
Side
Think you
quests.
can help?
What do you have one?
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh, no. That's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Come to claim your just desserts?
Completing side quests will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. Okay, the Tea House. Your merry band of outlaws and blah blah blah. Berserker ring. You alright? 400 ability points. Okay, I'm gonna spend the 15 because 400 ability points is good.
You earned this.
Oh, okay. It doesn't
All
spend
yours.
them. You just claim them. Okay. Good. The main thing out of that whole thing was that 400 ability points. F the rest of it.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Because like, I don't think that's even gonna be enough to. I got a side quest here that I can go do. Puts me at 573. So I mean that was a good little jump at least. So. Just gonna cap these out, get them done. Out the way. Alright, there you are, Kupo. I've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Nectar?
The matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I knew that already. And that's why I need your help. I'm not, as I need not remind you, Kupo, I am the mightiest of all the Mughals, no fiend of the forest or ghoul green. Oh, damn. So I need you to slay them all, Kupo.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Forts of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. So I already got the Airmen. Angel of Death. Location, Clearview, Sanbrick. Belphegor, the Broken Hilt, Rosaria. He's a B rank, let's see. Way the hell over there. Shit. Right.
Martel. Don't try your... Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just... Well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the Cursebreakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
Did you come through the forge today?
I just got lost. Hold on. Get like slightly lost on the direction I should be going.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria. That broom's as ragged as...
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
You think it's all right to touch him?
The Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her? After all these years? I suppose she was very kind.
I don't
to a
even remember
tongue-tied
her.
lummox like me.
I'm pretty sure we did a,
You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we did a side quest
She
for
put
her
everything
involving the
into her
plants or
work.
something like that.
She
but I have
wasn't
no
going to
idea
rest
what she was
until we
up
had
to.
fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Dun, 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 dun. displayed in Clive's chambers. Like you can go to the hideaway or you can go here, nowhere else. Literally all it was letting me do. Southern Rosaria.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will find the same tragedy in...
Okay, so we're going over there. Oh, hey, there's Martha's Rest. So this is just another area of that. So I'm assuming once we get this bridge open, it'll connect it all. And there's still areas down here, it looks like, and then an area over here. Yeah.
South as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still...
But I'm gonna let them finish the little conversation.
The settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Right then. Alright. With that being said, guys, that's probably gonna do it for the day. I'll be back tomorrow at some point to continue it on. Just depends on when I get back. So make sure y'all keep them notification bells on. You'll see when I go live. I did post a small little video just saying I was going live on my TikTok. Same username as Twitch. So be sure to